Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Sick Click podcast, man. It's been a long time since we've done one of these.
Hope you guys didn't miss us too much.
Yeah, we got Sunny, I'm Chris, and then we got Razme too today.
What's up, guys?
Uraz unfortunately cannot be here, but to kind of fill the time when he's away, we're going to be talking about our own experiences with Persona 5.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game that made it at least to our top 5 list, and for I think 2 of us, it made it to our number 1 spot.
Yep.
For when we did our top 5 video games of all time.
Check out that first episode.
Man. So yeah, we just wanted to go through it, talk about what was it about the game that made you play it in a certain way, or like was it a certain character that you felt inclined towards, or was there a certain play style that you wanted to do? So yeah, I don't know. I guess I kind of want to just hear what drove you, Sonny, to pick your like waifu
and
to choose your team.
Okay. So how I play. Since I have a lot of experience with the Persona series, and that's why I picked it up to begin with. But the main reason I wanted to pick this game up is because I love the series, and then I wanted to get it. And then the other reason was Futaba. She was my first waifu in the game. I had to choose her.
Well, what was it about Futaba that you liked about
I don't know. She was just
the Megumi, man. The glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, she I don't know. She's just very cute. She's very adorable, and I don't know. Something about her just clicked with me. Like I just had to get the game for her. Like
wow, for Futaba.
Yeah.
I had no idea that you picked up.
Like the minute she like popped up in the game, like when you finally get her and you finally like talk to her and like interact with her and get her like socialing, I started her thing. Like I maxed her out immediately. Like,
interesting.
I said screw the other girls. I just went straight for her.
Do you like 3D redhead girls too, or only 2D?
Yeah, I'm not a man to judge.
Got no preference. Just like whoever catch your eye, I guess.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good way to be. Who'd you pick, Razme?
Man, so the reason I got Persona 5 was because I remember they released the first look of the protagonist, and I thought he looked like so badass. I remember me and Sonny used to talk about it all the time. We were like, dude, this is gonna be an amazing game, like just from the artwork itself. And when we finally picked it up, I think I remember the one person I ended up going for was An Takamaki,
because she's love is Arcana.
Yeah, but only because of that one scene when
she's captured.
Yeah, when she like brushes by you in the streets, and the main character's like looking at her, and she ends up getting picked up by Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember when I saw that scene and I saw the way that the protagonist was looking at her, I was like, she's the one.
She's the one for him. She was the first girl, arguably best girl.
Yeah. But then, as the story progressed, I realized I might have made the wrong choice.
Oh, really?
More characters got introduced, and I was like, dang, I should have waited.
What was who were you regretting it for?
So the one person I was regretting it for was definitely Makoto.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. She was, yeah, she's she definitely turned out to become like one of my favorites throughout the series, and
she starts out a little slow, a little bit too rigid, but when she starts breaking free from that, and you kind of just follow her own character development, she really gets like, you see this like new side of her that's all about like justice and not just like academics and stuff.
Yeah.
She's really cool. Also, she just looks like I just like the way she looks too. Yeah. She looks good to me.
And that's kind of one of the things I like about the game is the characters. They're not just kind of like your typical like tropes. They actually have a lot of layers, and you end up really liking all of them.
Yeah, honestly, if I didn't have to choose Futaba, I would have chose like any one of the girls because they're all great in their own way.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Any of them could be like waifu material.
Like they all have their own struggles and things that you don't necessarily see that are on the surface, but when you get to know them better, and then like one of the mechanics of the game, of course, is just like building the social link with the character until you like fully realize their story and where they're coming from and where they're going. And I mean, there's just no flat characters. They're really dynamic.
Yeah, that's why I always love the Persona series from making the social links, because before, you would just, any RPG, you'd be like, looking at these characters, like, you wouldn't know any of their backstories. Like, they're just some NPC in the background.
Right.
But once you're, like, interacting with them and you understand what they're going through, you're like, wow, they're way deeper.
Yeah.
And they actually benefit you in a way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's kind of its own reward, getting to know them better as characters, but it's also really nice that the game incentivizes you a little bit further.
Right.
Because you get some benefits added into the game through your social link development. Right. So, like, the first one that comes to mind is, like, Baton Pass, where you can, follow up and things like that.
Which one is, like, who is your, like, favorite social link? Like, every single time you just had to do them. Like if you had to replay the game right now, like, which social link would you max out first? Besides, like, the main cast, main party members, like.
You talking about, like, Chihaya and those people?
Like the chess girl,
right.
The reporter, the teacher. Like, who would you guys, like, go for? Honestly, I would go for the chess girl for all her benefits.
Yeah, because I believe she gave you a lot of, like, combat mechanics where it was, you could have, like, a smoke screen to escape, and I believe that increased your chances of escaping from a battle too.
Right.
Yeah, she came in handy.
And then she also gave the ability to switch in your party members anytime you wanted to, instead of just going to the screen and just keep switching out.
Yeah.
So I always maxed her first.
That's a huge thing. Also, she has a good story too. I mean, like, she's just feeling the pressure from her mom to be this, like, professional shogi player.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's necessarily, like, her dream, or maybe she's not as good at it as she thinks she is, but it's okay.
I think her mom was, like, rigging the matches. I think that's what
her
thing was. Her mom was rigging the matches, but she wanted to be her own thing.
Right.
She didn't want the rigs anymore.
She was a good character. I forget her name, though.
We'll check it out later.
She was good for sure. I didn't get to talk to like, the psychic girl that much.
Oh yeah.
I think that's Chihaya. Is that her name? I want to say it is.
I think it's like similar. I don't really remember.
I know it starts with a C.
Yeah, something with a C.
It's like Chi something. I don't really remember a lot of the.
I think, what was her special ability? Like, what was her thing? I think she gave, like, more chances to increase your social links, I think.
It might be.
I forgot what her ability was. I know she, like, allow you to, like, check up on somebody or fix your relationship with somebody if you kind of, like, fucked up or something. I don't remember, but she's helpful. I think, for me, the least helpful social link was the kid.
Didn't he have a lot of, like,
the kid in the arcade?
Yeah, wasn't it, like, a lot of, like, gun? Like,
I mean, like, the thing is with, like, honestly, I never used the gun too much.
Really?
Because I think it kind of sucks, to be honest. Like, I mean, like, I think remembering, like, if you max out his social link, you get, like, the instant knockdown, but you have to use all your bullets. And like, the only time to replenish your bullets is you have to leave the palace.
Right.
So that's why I think it sucks for the gun gameplay, is because, honestly, if you run out of bullets, that's it. You can't use a gun anymore.
Yeah.
There's no point. That's why I'm happy for Persona 5 Royale. They're actually giving you a chance to replenish your bullets.
Oh, really?
So that gives you more incentive to use the gun.
That's interesting. I can't say that I used it that much either, unless I knew that there was a certain, like, monster or something that was weak to it.
Yeah.
And I could definitely get, like, a knockdown.
Right.
But yeah, I mostly just used, I don't know, I guess I just used whatever was, like, the type advantage. I played Persona like I played Pokemon.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. But I mean, Persona 5, it's one of the few, I guess, JRPGs where I actually liked all the main characters.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
and
them.
I actually used all of them, like, throughout battles.
Some of them I didn't use as much as I would want to.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there are some RPGs that I've played, like, for instance, Final Fantasy X. I only used 3 characters throughout the whole entire whole entire playthrough.
Titus, Waka, and
and Auron, yeah. Yeah, and it was just like, I mean, the other characters were cool, but there wasn't much to differentiate them. Like, as long as you just had them powered up, you know, that they'd be OP.
I could never get into using, like, Riku, for example, just because, I don't know, she didn't do that much damage, and I wasn't really using, like, steel that much.
Yeah.
But you can give steel to, like, I don't know, Yuno, for example, and, you know.
Yeah, and then you look at a game like Persona 5 where it's each character has a unique persona with their own unique sets of skills, and you're gonna need to utilize them throughout the game.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like I think that Persona shows its strength, especially in comparison to other like JRPGs such as like Pokemon, where Pokemon you're almost always fighting the same like few types throughout the entire series too. Not even just in a game, but it's always like through the series. Like you know that the like evil like team or whatever is going to be using like dark type Pokemon, so you're going to build towards that. And then there's like there's gyms and shit, but like as long as your like main Pokemon is over like a certain threshold of level, you can pretty much still one shot it even if you're not even like a full advantage over them. But it's like Persona, you really do need to like think strategically about what you're going to use and when, because if you get fucked up with those type advantages over you, man, like it's over. Like you're gonna lose. Like it punishes you. So there's like a real incentive to actually like think about it, and that's like one of the things I really love. I love like being like kind of tactful and strategic in my games.
Thank God they kept the Persona 4 kind of style where you can control all your party members, because in Persona 3 you don't have that special ability at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Basically just all do their own kind of thing. And I'm happy they kept that.
I remember Persona 3 playing it so much when I'm about to die and I'm like, I need this party member to heal me. And she's my healer. And she ends up just auto attacking an enemy, and I literally sit there knowing I'm gonna die, and I get a game over, and I'm just like,
what do you guys feel about like the instant deaths? Like, have you guys ever like died from those? Like the Mundo and the Hamo? You guys ever died from those?
In my playthrough of Persona 5, I don't think I ever like died to it.
Oh really?
They would cast it, but
It would always miss.
yeah, it would always miss, or I just wouldn't die.
I died to it. I died to who was the freaking ambassador again?
Oh man,
The, like,
what's
the-
his name?
almost
the
like
main
the-
like dude.
The antagonist.
Shido?
Yeah,
Shido.
Shido.
Yeah.
And like when he gets to his buff state, he summons like Mudo. Yeah, I died.
It depends, man, because like on
That's
the other
so sad.
hand, like if you're using those instant death like moves, like the light, what's it called? Like the light.
Hama?
Yeah. And then like whatever the dark one is.
Mudo, yeah.
I bet. Whenever you're using those, like I don't know, it's pretty. It's like cheesy, but I don't know. It works. It works really well, especially if you're just like trying to get through stuff kind of quickly and you don't feel like slowly like chunking them down a little bit.
Oh, I said this before about like least favorite social links, but what about you guys? I said mine, but what about you guys? Your least favorite, like I don't want to do that. Oh, I think I have another one I really don't like. It's the reporter.
I was gonna say the reporter too. She's just.
Her skills aren't that useful, honestly.
Her story's pretty interesting, but I don't know if I would choose. I mean, out of all the girls that you could like choose to like romance or whatever.
Yeah.
She's probably the last one on my
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
She's
probably the last
She's like
one.
Shadow. She's like F tier.
Yeah.
I never go for her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think for me, my least favorite was probably also the kid in the arcade. Just because, I don't know, as a player, I didn't really like talking to him. I don't know.
I've actually never encountered that kid before.
Really?
Yeah, I've never built that social link, and I've never built the mayor either.
Oh,
the-
the mayor is actually
the-
really helpful. He actually allows you to talk to shadows pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like if
Oh,
you
like
I think if
negotiations
you
and
like
stuff?
if you like max them out, I think it's like makes it super easier to negotiate with the
That's
shadows.
really nice.
I think one of the skills like if you fail, you can do it again. So it keeps trying.
Oh, yeah,
And if
yeah.
they're, I think one of them is also like if you're lower level,
Mm-hmm.
the monster's like lower level, then you could instantly recruit them. So that's cool. That's cool.
I've never done this social link before either. There's definitely some things that I want to redo, like in the next playthrough or like whenever P5R drops or something.
Yeah.
But I want to find out more about the Yakuza guy, the guy that owns the gun shop.
gun shop.
Oh, yeah.
But do you guys actually do the gun customization? I didn't do that.
I think I tried to, but I was like,
Really?
Yeah, it
Like-
wasn't.
Yeah, like I said in my previous point, like I found like there was no use to the guns except in certain situations, so I didn't really use it.
Right.
But it was nice. His story is really nice though.
Yeah, I want to know more about it because I didn't. I was so focused on like building up the links in my immediate party because I wanted
Yeah.
like the in combat abilities that you could play off of each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mostly focused on that, and then I wanted to like maximize my social like proficiencies.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent a lot of time at like Big Bang Burger and like part-time jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I could have been like maximizing other social links, but I
Mhm.
chose to spend my time like otherwise.
So like aside from like the main character, who did you guys find to be like your most favorite character? Because I know if I asked who's your favorite character with the main character, of course everyone's gonna say the main character is probably like the most favorite. But I mean, besides the main character, who else did you guys like really like?
My boy Ryuji.
Oh man.
He's my homie, man. I don't know why, but like in every single like Persona game, the first guy you meet is usually the best guy for me, except Junpei. Junpei's alright.
Yeah.
Junpei's alright. But my boy Ryuji, I don't know. When I did his social link like story, I felt it, man. It was like, you know, I actually cried when I did it. Like I
That's
I don't know.
emotional times.
like he was like the first person to reach out to me, and like, you know, he was there when I got captured, and he saved my life. Captain Kid. I think his awakening is the best.
Yeah,
That was a really good one.
I remember literally just rewatching on YouTube all the time just because I felt it. I
Yeah.
felt it.
Yeah, because, you know, I'm pretty sure Kamoshida was the one who like hurt his leg, and
Yeah,
he couldn't
yeah.
run anymore. So like how pissed he was, and I was pissed too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then like he's like, oh, Captain Kid came out. Woo! Goosebumps, man.
It was epic.
Goosebumps. But what about you? What about you, Chris?
I'm trying to think. Like in terms of my favorite character besides the main one, it's hard to say, man. I really like the Doctor.
I think there is like Ty.
Yeah. Damn. What's
Yeah,
her
yeah.
name?
Ty
It
or
was
something.
Takumi?
I don't think. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's like Ty or something. Ty. Like
No, I think Takamaki is on.
Takamaki?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Takamaki.
yeah, of course. Dang, what's her name? Well, anyway, I don't know.
Oh,
man.
she's very sexy.
Yeah. And she's pretty. I mean, she sells you some pretty good stuff, man. Like, if I had not bought some of the items that she has, like exclusively, I don't know if I could have made it through the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I think her social link is very important too.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
has amazing items for you, and she's just, I don't know, she's like pretty cool. I like her story too, like how she was kind of
Like blackballed.
yeah, like she was like framed for some shit that she wasn't even responsible for, and then she gets like, I don't know, that's like a lot of the like character development for a lot of other things too. Is like somebody wrongs them, and then you just see them like come
Yeah.
out of it. It's really nice. Who else do I like? I think I like the you know, the kid that's in your high school. He's not part of the thieves, but he runs the website.
Oh yeah. He's super important. Oh man, I forgot.
You definitely
so
should get
many
him.
Important social links that you should get in the game.
There's just
Especially
so many-
his.
It's so many good characters in the game that it's hard to pick like just one.
Yeah.
And I don't know. As far as the main cast goes, I guess I gotta go. It's hard, man.
Pick your waifu.
Yeah, I think I just want to go with Makoto.
You didn't feel like Ryuji's story, like you.
I felt it for sure, but I think that I didn't feel it as deep as you guys did.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys like really felt that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I loved him.
Yeah, Ryuji was awesome. He was.
So if we're talking about like,
I loved his persona too.
yeah, Captain
Yeah,
Kid.
Captain Kid was
Kid.
awesome.
I feel like his second transformation. I don't know. I feel like it didn't fit with Captain Kid. Like it
What was
became
it again?
Sun Wukong. It became the
Yeah,
monkey.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I feel like it didn't really fit the Captain Kid transformation. You know.
It would have been cool if it was like another like famous pirate or something.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Blackbeard.
Yeah,
Mm.
that would have been
That would've
so
been cool.
cool.
It would be like Blackbeard, come out. Something like that. It would be awesome.
Yeah,
But it was like Sun Wukong. But it was alright. I mean, it was okay, I guess.
What's your favorite of all of them? Like of all the, personas.
Oh, there's a lot of personas.
Well, let's think about like just like.
Are we talking about the whole series in general?
Our team, but then also like the series too.
Like the whole series, a whole Persona series. Oh man, that's hard.
Wow, like
Because I
can't
always
even, like-
love all the Persona like protagonists as personas.
yeah.
Izanagi, Orpheus.
Dude, Orpheus was so cool. Like way back when Persona 3.
I think. Oh man, this is hard. That's a really hard question.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Because there's a lot of good personas.
Yeah, and each persona pretty much had their own type of like special abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And their ultimate forms.
Yeah.
They all had their ultimate forms.
Oh my goodness.
That was another great reason to max out the social link, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know Persona 4's protagonist had Izanagi no Okami, and then Persona 3 was
Messiah.
Yeah,
no,
Messiah.
Was it Messiah?
Yeah, it was Messiah, and or Orpheus something is something. I don't remember.
Orpheus something.
And then Persona 5 is Sentinale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love Sentinel. But
Sentinale, I think Sentinale is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's gigantic.
When you saw him for the first time at the end of the game, it was awesome.
yeah, I'm probably gonna go more in terms of like design. I think probably Arsene was probably like
Arsene
the
was
coolest looking
awesome.
persona.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what made me hype for Persona 5, honestly.
Arsene.
Mm-hmm.
Arsene was awesome. I do love Captain Kid a lot, but I also love Yusuke's persona.
Oh,
You remember what it was called?
yes, it was.
It was a samurai, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks so cool. Also Haru's is so cool to me, man.
Oh, I think it was just a giant dress, right? With the
Yeah, it was,
with the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has like big ass guns.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was, what was
Fucking
it?
sweet.
My Lady?
Yeah.
Oh
something like
yeah, she
Yeah.
says like Melody.
Oh,
yeah.
Makoto's persona.
Yeah,
Oh,
was a
the
fucking motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that shit was pretty
that
cool.
was awesome.
I feel like she should have kept riding it since the second transformation. Because the second transformation is like, it just becomes a giant robot.
Oh,
Right,
it actually
right.
transforms
Yeah.
into.
And then An's was alright.
I'm just okay.
That's okay. Yeah. It was like what was it like Carmen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Futaba's was an
Oh, yeah, it was
airship.
big ass.
Literally, you
Actually, hers is really cool. Hers was amazing because she has all those like perks that she gives you, like the random like healings
Yeah.
and the buffs and stuff.
Mhm.
That was really cool too.
She can be clutch sometimes.
Mona's was okay. I feel like there wasn't really much in terms of
It's like
design.
Zoro kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, what
It was like a
his-
muscular.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Zoro. I think
Yeah,
it was his name.
Zoro.
And then I don't remember what his
Second transformation was.
yeah.
Oh, it was the thing in the heels. It was like something was spinning on his heels. And then it was like
Was it after a Greek god?
Yeah.
The wow, I forget all their names.
But I know I liked his. It was really good.
Yeah.
Alright, now since we're talking about like the main cast, who was your party?
Mm.
Who is your main party? Like final boss, this was your final party. Like
Okay.
this was it.
Let's see, man. I always had. Man. I know I always had Mona with me because he
Yes.
was like my healer.
Mm-hmm.
Always my healer.
One
man.
was my boy, he was my healer.
A little squishy, but you can take care of that, and that's okay. God damn. Let me think. I also had Ryuji. I also like alternated between Ryuji and Yusuke because they were both kind of my like. If I'm using a
Physical
sword or
attackers.
something like that, they always like came through for me. And then the third slot was usually, I don't know. It was always kind of subjective. So like, if I had something that was weak to like the nuclear thingy, I put in Makoto. Or if I
Right.
had something that was weak to like bullets, I put in Haru. So it was like, that one kind of switched it up a little bit. But I always had myself, Mona, either Ryuji or Yusuke, and then like, to be determined.
I think for my team, for the final boss, or like my team, my always go-to team was me, Ryuji, An, and Mona. That's my team.
The original.
Yeah.
Or sometimes for Mona is like interchangeable with Makoto.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad, but I almost never used Haru.
I used her a lot, actually.
Wow, really?
I got some good use out of
Yeah,
out of
she
Haru.
was pretty useful.
I really like using her because I just like using the gun stuff, man. It's fun.
Oh, you guys said you liked the guns?
Well,
I thought it was a pretty like fun mechanic.
I
to
did
the game.
too. I didn't use her gun. I used her persona's guns because that was fun. Yeah, I use her a lot, man. I didn't really use Futaba ever. You can't use her. She's like passive, right? But,
yeah.
But I just don't really remember like using. Or I don't know. I don't remember Futaba that much in my gameplays that much. Like it's mostly just like Joker and Mona come to mind like immediately because I always had those two.
I always had Mona.
See this is where I deviate a bit because my final team was actually Yusuke, Ryuji, the main character, and Makoto. That was like
Wow.
That was my core team.
That's interesting.
Two physicals.
So, yeah, like I remember during the final boss fight, since the main character is pretty much the jack of all trades, you know, you can have multiple personas. I was pretty much the buffer and the healer. I used Makoto as a debuff and also as a secondary healer, and she also I just used it as like secondary attacks. But my two main attackers were Yusuke and Ryuji.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, to be honest, physical attacks, they're pretty OP.
Yeah, they work really well.
So I remember I always had Ryuji just use Concentrate. And then his next move would be God's Hand,
yeah.
which was good. And then Yusuke had that one sword move.
It's like Vorpal Slash or something like that.
It's either it's like Vorpal Blade or something else that had multiple hits. And so I used him too, and that was pretty much like my strat. So because all they had to use was just HP. So as long as I had my my SP reserves
right
maxed out, I could just continually heal them, and they wouldn't have to worry about losing SP like that.
That's a good strat.
Yeah.
I would do that, but I always wanted to use Joker as like a attacker because I just wanted to use all those personas that I got. So like I usually used him as like my main attacker. Mona was my healer, and then like sometimes I would bring in An or Makoto to like do the debuffs and stuff, or like whatever buffs that I might like happen to need like for a turn or something like that. But yeah, but definitely like Ryuji and Yusuke, I would always use one of those two or both, depends.
They do high physical damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
It was so good.
What do you guys feel about the metaverse? Stuff?
Man,
like how it was like a multi-floor level thing. Like, what do you guys feel about it? I know, since I have experience like Persona 3, I was used to like the long ass floors. And,
so
you're talking about mementos, right?
yeah,
so,
my bad.
the metaverse is like what they like use to
yeah. So I was like, but you're talking like specifically like mementos,
so for those of like you who don't play Persona 3, I don't know if you've played Persona 3.
I've never played it, yeah.
But the main story about that is during midnight.
Right?
During midnight, their school would transform into this huge tower called Tartarus. So the whole entire story is just you making your way up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so when Mementos came out, that gave me major like Persona 3 vibes, and I completely loved it. It was
awesome.
Yeah,
it was like the reverse because you're just going down.
Right.
Down. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really fun. But what? How do you feel, Chris?
I loved it, man. It was something that was fun to explore from time to time. Like, I wouldn't say that I spent a ton of time down in Mementos, but I did get like obviously like all the way down because like you have to.
Yeah.
But like you know, I did a lot of the like you know the side quests that you can do. You know what I mean? Where you're just like doing the requests that come in through like the Persona 5 like website or whatever, or like the Phantom Thieves website, I should say.
Mementos was fun. I like Mona being the bus. That was cool.
Yeah, cat bus Mona. It's awesome. I like how I don't know, like it's kind of funny how they just reference like Studio Ghibli with it because they're like, oh, like for some reason Japan's cognition they have like a cat bus so strongly or something, and it's like that's like the justification for why Mona can transform into a bus, and I thought that was just like so clever. Yeah, it's like a nice little touch. Oh, we should talk about that though. Like, I love how closely Persona 5 like replicates parts of Japan that you're in.
Yeah,
that's so cool, man. Like, it makes it feel kind of like you're exploring the streets of it. You know,
with all like the people, you can hear like what they're talking about.
Yeah, like the chatter.
He's talking about the Phantom Thieves. Like, oh man, have you guys heard about the Phantom Thieves? And you're just walking by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just listening on it.
And then you had like your social links who favored certain like areas within the map.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Did
That
you
was
guys
cool.
know like the small detail where in the beginning of the game where Makoto is actually following you? Did you guys see her?
Really? No. When was that?
Like, you know, when like in the beginning of the game, like after Kamoshida, she's like,
Yeah.
the principal's like, oh, like or she's like very suspicious of you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like if you like start going around certain areas, you'll like see her.
Wow.
In the background.
Yeah, and you can like talk to her, and she's just saying like, oh, you know, I'm just like reading the newspaper or something.
Wow, that's crazy. No, I didn't
Yeah.
notice that.
Yeah, you just see her like running behind you, and like it's kind of funny. Like I like that kind of small detail. It's
Yeah, that's amazing attention to detail. Like that's a really cool thing that the devs put in there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. It's just full of like nice little things like that.
And not only that, but the pacing of the game itself was so like clean. Like it didn't really make you dwell on a lot of things. It was a good pace because you had calendar days that you had to go through, and you know you didn't have to spend too much time like, okay, you know, you didn't have to spend like hours just grinding, you know,
Right,
which
right.
a lot of JRPGs tend to have you do. You know, it's like once you cleared this, you can quickly move on to the next one without having to worry about slow gameplay.
That's like Resme and I were talking about this a little bit earlier, but we were trying to compare and contrast like the similarities and differences between Persona 5 and Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Mm-hmm.
So they're both running on this like kind of school year calendar system type thing, and you have X amount of days to like fill up with whatever you want to do before you need to have
Like a
like
mission.
whatever task,
Yeah.
or mission. And so I would say that the first like maybe 30 or 40 hours of Fire Emblem, I was still really excited about that, and I would be at the monastery and go fishing or try to build my like social links or whatever with, you know, those characters.
Mm-hmm.
But after about, you know, 30, 40 hours of that, it became really redundant. It became really repetitive. And I can honestly say it never felt like that with Persona. Like, because there's just so many different facets that you can put your energy into, like the social links or the like what's it called, like the guts and like the intelligence stuff. What's that, like the proficiencies,
so social attributes and stuff.
yeah, like
social
those
attributes.
things. Or like you can go to the gym, or you can like go on like dates, or you can just explore the cities and stuff,
Yeah.
and like the different areas. There's so much different things to do. And then you can just like go to mementos if you're bored of all that stuff. Like there's just so much to do in it. And even though I ended up putting like almost 120 hours in that game my first playthrough, it never ever felt grindy, it never felt
Yeah.
boring, it never felt repetitive or redundant. It was always like something fresh. And you can see that like another game was going for something similar, but it just fell really flat for me in terms of like execution, where Persona just excelled totally. So that was they just did an amazing job of that.
And not only that, but the visuals in Persona 5
Yeah.
was so good. Oh my gosh. Like, it was so just like in your face.
Yeah.
And so like, oh, it was so glamorous.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember first opening the menu,
Yeah.
and I could just open the menu all the time. Like, I could probably just stop playing. Just open
look at
it.
it.
Yeah, just repeatedly open it.
They did such an amazing job making it look, I don't know, it's
Hella
so
stylish.
Persona.
Yeah, it was
so Persona.
so stylish. The all-out attacks too. Oh my god, especially with the ending pose. Oh, I love that shit.
It makes it look so cool too. It gives like big props to whoever pulled it off. Like whoever like actually executed it is in the background. It just looks so good.
Music too.
The music.
Oh.
The music. Persona music has always been good. Probably since like, well, I played Persona 3 first, so the music was already good in Persona 3, and they just continue to excel in it.
If we made a top 5 games list considering only the music in those games, I would tell you right now, Persona 5 would be my number 1 spot. For sure, hands down. Like, there's just no game that comes even close to being so like unique and creative and just taking such a like a different approach with their sound. And not only that, but there's such a broad like range of things. So it's like all in this like acid jazz like genre, but then like within it you've got so many different things going on. it just really sets the mood, and it fits the art style too.
Yeah.
I would say like perfectly, and I don't know. It's just like an amazing backdrop for like an amazing experience.
The battle theme was so memorable.
Yeah.
And I could, because
It
a
became a
lot
meme.
of JRPGs tend to play the same track for battle theme. So like Final Fantasy X, I love Final Fantasy X's battle theme too. Though I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's a good
Don't get me
one.
wrong, it has a good battle theme, but Persona 5, I literally could never get tired of it. Every time,
I loved it.
every time like I break the mask off the enemy. That's not how it sounds, but
That was pretty close.
There you go, sir. Yeah, I loved it.
I just love when you're walking around all the palaces and stuff, and
Mhm.
each one has like its own theme going on. Like like you know that the one King, Queen, and Slave. You know that one.
Which one is that?
The first one?
It's the one that plays in
Kamoshida's?
Kamoshida's. Yeah. Ah, man, it just sounds so. Ah, man, it's so good.
Now we're talking about palaces. Which one is your like least favorite?
Oh man.
Well, that's hard because
Can we like list all of them really quick?
Yeah, so you had,
Kamoshida's castle, the art guys like
art
Oh, the
gallery
museum,
place,
right?
and
museum
then
place.
Yeah,
bank,
gallery.
the bank vault.
Right.
With the Yakuza guy, I think, right?
Yeah, the chubby dude.
Yeah,
We had to go through like
yeah.
everyone's like main characters. So on Ryuji's was Kamoshida's.
Right.
Ryuji's was the artist. Yusuke was the artist.
And then you had Makoto was the bank guy.
Makoto
Makoto was
yeah.
bank.
And then you had the desert, the pyramid.
Yeah, that's Futaba.
Oh yeah, for Futaba.
Futaba.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, and then
Haru's was the
was
space
the space
stage.
guy. And then
And-
7th, I know there were 7 castles. Shido's castle.
Shido's like
Like a cruise ship thing.
yeah, cruise ship council, and then the final area, which was going up until you fight the final boss.
Yeah, it was in Mementos
Yeah,
because it's like you're trying to change like the whole entire like whatever cognition or thing.
I
Yeah.
think that's it. I don't remember anything else.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, I think my least favorite, due to like mechanics, was the bank vault.
Really?
Was that the one where you had to like turn into like a mouse?
No, that was Shido's.
Was that Shido's?
Yeah, you try to avoid the guys.
Yeah,
like, you try to go through.
Okay, then
I remember that.
It might have been
That's
Shido's
a-
then. Yeah,
Man, that was a pain in the ass, man.
yeah.
And if you get caught, you can't fight back.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Shido's castle like as a whole was good, but they need to remove that one part because I hated that shit.
That was so long. I think for actually, okay, yeah, like I totally agree with you on that one. That was like a major pain. But my least favorite, because I was too stupid to like figure it out on my own, was when I was in the space station for Haru's thing, and then you have to figure out how to like do all those like warps or something.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah. I remember that.
I, for the life of me, could not figure out how to do this stupid thing. And I had to watch a tutorial on YouTube.
I thought it was a super easy puzzle.
Yeah, like Sunny figured it
Yeah,
out
it
right
was-
away. I was like way too stupid, like way too dumb till I figured it out for some reason. I just could not get it. It was so frustrating. I think I was just burnt out because, like, man, at that point, I had been playing that game like nonstop, man. Like, I
Oh.
need to give my brain a break.
Yeah, dude, I literally remember, because it came out. I believe it came out March, right? Was it March or?
I think so.
And then, for me, I had school, and that ended in May. But once school finished, I beat the game in about a month after that, just because
Yeah.
I had all the time in the world to play. And I remember waking up every morning before work. I'd have work at like the afternoon to the evening, so like around 4, because I was just starting my job,
Mhm.
and I'd be like until work started, I'd be playing,
Yeah,
and then right when I get home,
just play
I'd be
again.
playing again.
I started playing, I believe, in the wintertime of like, I don't know, like a year or two ago. And then I couldn't finish it until the summertime came around. So like I had 2 periods of time where I was just playing nonstop. Like the first was during the winter break, and then the second was during the summertime.
Yeah,
But man, like it took me so long, but it was so worth it.
yeah.
I just wish that I could do it in one like time span. It's even harder to do that stuff now, man. Like it's hard to find the time to put into, you know, just like one game at a time or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sunny beat it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's the reason why I even got a PS4. I bought a whole system. Just
Damn, a true system seller, man.
I actually remember that where you bought the game first, and
Uh-huh.
then you were like, I'm gonna wait till the summer though, so I can get a job and buy a PS4. Remember, the very next day after you bought the game, you bought a PS4.
Yeah. I couldn't
I
wait.
remember that day.
I couldn't wait. I could not wait. I had to play it. And it was so worth it.
That was
honestly, it was worth it.
Because you guys got a lot of use out of the PS4 too.
Mm.
I mean, all kinds of good stuff going on.
Oh yeah, yeah. But by far, Persona 5 was definitely the most enjoyable game I've played in a really long time.
Same. The
And
only
then
reason
Dark
it
Souls
wasn't-
came around for me, and then everything changed.
That's true. You got really deep into it too.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just slowly starting to get into Dark Souls. But Persona 5, that's probably... Because I remember 2017 was a big year for games. You had Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
And then...
huge year.
Was Mario Odyssey also
Mario
came out that year, too.
Yep.
And I think... No, God of War was 2018, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think that was last year.
yeah, I remember 2017, I was literally juggling, like, what was, like, game of the year. And
Yeah.
after, like, a lot of thought, I had to give it to Persona 5.
Same.
Just because I was like, Breath of the Wild was fun, but I remember I take breaks from it from time to time, because I'd just be like, I need to stop playing. But
Yeah.
with Persona 5, once I started playing,
Just can't put it down.
I could not put it down.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is the same for me. Yeah, I would definitely put that as my game of the year for 2017 as well.
Wow.
Persona, I mean, Breath of the Wild is really good though. It's definitely a close one. Yeah. It's like how I said on the podcast, man. First episode, like, the only reason P5 wasn't higher for me was because the other 4 games had, like, the nostalgia value.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, man, it's like, when you really objectively, like, look at all these games for what they're really worth, you cannot give it to any game except for Persona 5. Man.
Yeah.
Like, there's just no way that, like, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic or, like, Fable or, I don't know, whatever else I put on my top 5 list, Pokemon probably. There's just no way you can't give it to Persona 5, man.
it's so charming as a game.
Yeah.
And, like, I know there are a lot of people who don't like JRPGs because they tend to think that JRPGs is just full of tropes, like big girls with like big boobs,
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But I don't know, it's just Persona 5. It's just like the perfect blend of
Even Donkey liked it.
yeah. Donkey doesn't even like
he doesn't like
JRPGs.
JRPGs.
that.
RPGs, yeah.
I don't know. It was just
That's really telling.
mm-hmm.
Something special about this game that
Yeah.
makes
And-
it special for all of us.
And that's why I'm so excited for Persona 5 The Royal, because even though the story is fairly similar, and they added like a couple new dungeons and a new character, I'm still gonna buy it.
Oh, yeah.
That's still, for me, it's still a perfect excuse for me to get the game and replay it, because
Everything's new.
yeah, I just love it that much.
Yeah, that's going to be a day one buy for sure.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Steelbook, everything.
Yeah, I gotta pre-order it.
I can't wait for the steelbook, because the steelbook, the original one, that's
yes.
a nice ass steelbook.
It is.
I didn't fall into the steelbook trend until Persona 5. I was like, oh man, I gotta get it.
True, yeah.
The steelbook, because it looks so nice in it.
I don't have a single one, but I think P5R is going to be my very first. Because
It's gonna be good.
I got to jump on the bandwagon sometimes, especially yeah. like this, man. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it for this one, and we can't wait to update you guys on our thoughts on P5R when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe do another one of these, like, I don't know, just like a look back on, what we loved about it, what made this game so special, so unique, so good. But until then, we hope you guys have a good one.
All right.
Peace out, guys.
We'll see you guys later.